Hello students, today we will discuss about the materials and solutions. This is a new chapter. What is there in this chapter? We will discuss about the matter. What is matter? You know very well, matter is anything that has mass and occupies space, that is called matter. For example, we are having pen, chalk, duster, all these things are matter. Why? Because they have some mass and they occupy the space. Mass means weight. Clear? And what are the states of matter? Means in which state matter exists. It exists in the form of solid, liquid and gas. What is the meaning of solid, liquid and gas? You know very well about the water. Water is a liquid form. As we freeze the water, it converts into the ice, that is called solid form. As we heat the water, it converts into the water vapor, that is called gaseous form. It means matter exists in the three states: solid, liquid and gas. How we can change the state of matter? How we can change solid into the liquid, liquid into the gas, and gas into the liquid, and gas into the solid. Sorry, liquid into the solid. We can change the state of matter by heating or cooling. We can change the state of matter by heating or cooling. Clear? We will discuss the many processes in which we will change the state of matter. First of all, change of state of matter. This is our topic. First thing is melting. What is melting? Melting is the process in which solid changes into the liquid. Melting is a process in which solid changes into the liquid. How it will change? By heating. For example, when we heat the ice, it changes into the liquid, means it will melt into the water. That process is called melting. Second process is evaporation. What is evaporation? The process in which liquid changes into gas. The process in which liquid changes into the gas on heating. For example, when we heat the water, it changes into the steam or water vapor. How? By heating. That process is called evaporation. Or simply you can say that when we throw water on the floor, after some time it evaporates. How it evaporates? With the help of sunlight. That process is also called evaporation. Next is freezing. From what it is clear, what is freezing? Freezing means when we keep water into the freeze, then it converts into the ice. Or what is the definition of freezing? Freezing means the process in which liquid change into the solid. How? With the help of cooling. The process in which liquid change into the solid with the help of cooling, that process is called evaporation. Next process is condensation. What is condensation? The process in which gas changes into the liquid. The process in which gas changes into the liquid on cooling. How? Very simple process I want to tell you. When we keep a cold glass water into the air, after some time we see the water droplets on the outer surface of glass. How it happens? It happens with the help of condensation. It happens with the help of condensation. How? Because in the air water vapors are present. As the water vapors touches the surface of glass, as the water vapors touches the surface of the glass, that is cold from the outside. As the water vapor touches the cold surface, it converts into the water. Water not comes out from not comes from inside the glass. It comes from the atmosphere. Water on the outer surface of glass comes from the atmosphere. That process is condensation. What is the meaning of condensation? Clear now? The process in which gas changes into the liquid on cooling. That process is called condensation. These are the processes in which matter change from one state to the another. Many other processes are there also. You will study them in the higher classes. Next thing is the effect of heating or cooling on the particles of matter. When we heat the water, when we heat the ice, how the particles of these things affected. When we heat anything, the particles of matter start moving faster. When we heat anything, the particles of matter start moving faster, and when we cool anything, the particles of matter start moving slowly. Clear? Like this way, the movement of particle is affected. Next topic is solute, solvent and solution. What is solute, solvent and solution? For example, we are having salt and we are having water. as both of these things are mixed, what it will form? Salt solution. We are having salt plus water. As both things are mixed, what it will form? Salt solution. It means salt is a solute and water is a solvent, and that is salt solution. Clear? What is salt? The substance that mixes into the solvent. What is solute? The substance that mixes into the solvent. Means what is solute? The substance that mixes into the water, that is solvent. And what is solvent? Solvent क्या होता है? What is solvent? The substance that mixes into the solute. The substance that mixes into the solute, that is called solvent. See here, water mixed into the salt, that is called solvent. Clear? What is solute? The substance that mixes into the solvent. And what is solvent? The substance that mixes into the solute. And the mixture of both things, solute plus solvent, that is called solution. The mixture of both things, that is called solution. Now our next topic is condition that affect making of a solution. Condition that affect making of a solution. How we can mix as much as early possible salt to the water. We want to mix up very early salt into the water. How we will mix it? With the help of feeding. As we will heat the mixture, or you can stir also with the help of spoon, then we can make the mixture, or we can make the solution as much as early possible. Clear? We can make the solution early with the help of stirring. Means you know that with the help of spoon we mix the salt into the water, we mix the sugar into the water, heating, or you can heat the water like that way. Sugar or salt will mix as much as early possible. Next thing is soluble and insoluble substances. What is soluble and insoluble substances? You know very well, as we mix sand into the water, it do not mix. As we mix salt into the water, it mixes. The substance that mix in a liquid, the substance that mix into a liquid, that is called soluble substance. And the substance that do not mix in a liquid, that is called a insoluble substance. Clear? What is the substance that mix into the liquid? For example, salt, sugar, all these things mix into the liquid, into the water, that are called soluble substances. And the substance that do not mix in a liquid, that are called insoluble substances. For example, oil do not mix into the water, wax do not mix into the water, sand do not mix into the water, chalk powder do not mix into the water. These all are the insoluble substances. Our next topic is miscible and immiscible liquids. What is miscible and what is immiscible liquid? For example, if we take milk and water, both these things will mix together. The liquids that mix together completely, the liquids that mix together completely, or the mix completely in each other, that liquids are called miscible liquids. For example, milk and water, lemon water and water, these both things mix into each other, these both liquids mix into each other, that are called miscible liquids. And the liquids that do not mix completely into each other, that are called immiscible liquids. What that are called? Immiscible liquids. For example, oil and water. When you mix oil into the water, the oil will remain on the upper surface of water. It means they do not mix with each other, that are called immiscible liquids. Next thing is there, separation of soluble substances. We have mixed salt into the water, and now we want to separate that salt from the water. How we will separate? As we will heat that mixture, as we will heat that solution, what will happen? Water will evaporate. What will left behind? Only salt. Means we will separate the soluble substances with the help of evaporation. We will take a bowl. In the bowl we will take a mixture of salt and water. We will take the mixture of salt and water. After some time, as we heat this mixture, what will happen? The water will evaporate. As the water will evaporate, what will left behind here? Only salt. By this process, we can separate the soluble substances. Means what is the soluble substances? The substances that mixes into the water. Here salt mixes into the water. We want to separate that salt from the water. How we can separate? With the help of heating, and that process is called evaporation. Next thing is there, separation of soluble substances. How we can separate the insoluble substances? How we can separate the insoluble substances? For example, sand is mixed into the water and we want to separate that sand. How we can separate? We can separate with the help of sedimentation and decantation, or with the help of filtration. What is sedimentation? As we keep the mixture of sand and water in a container, after some time what will happen? The sand will settle down, then water will remain upside, then put that water into the another beaker, that is called decantation, and sand will remain in the previous container. Again I am telling, as we keep the mixture of sand and water, what will happen? The sand will settle down after some time, then that process is called sedimentation, and we will pour the water into the separate container. That process is called decantation. Next is filtration. What is filtration? We will take a funnel and stand. We will hang the funnel into the stand and we will put filter paper into the funnel. As we will put sand and water into this, what will happen? Sand will remain here and water will come out. This process is called filtration. In the filtration, we take filter paper. What is there in the filter paper? There are very small pores inside the filter paper. And we will make the cone of filter paper and we will put this filter paper into the funnel. We will put this filter paper into the funnel, and as we will pour the mixture of sand and water into this funnel, then what happens? The water will come out and the sand will remain into this, and the sand which remain in the filter paper, that is called residue, and the clear water that comes out from the funnel, that is called filtrate. This process is called filtration. By this way we can separate the insoluble substances. Thanks, have a nice day.